So thanks. I've been your host so far. Now I have my time to present something as well. So I will try and make it as relatable to you as much as I can. So instead of Priority SDK, SDK stands for Software Development Kit. Instead, I'm thinking of empowering customers, okay? We have a few customers in the room today that have their own teams of developers using Priority to using Priority Software Development Kit to actually enhance their business processes. On the other hand, you don't have to have one, but we also use these tools to actually deliver your needs, so fulfill your requirements. So anything good about them is good for you to know because it will improve your business. I use unleashing possibilities with Priority. I thought about that word a lot, unleashing, but I like it. You know, it's it's unleashing a lot of possibilities. Let's get into more details. The agenda will be streamlining Priority software development. Priority software development kits was developed many years ago, so probably like 30 years now or more. We've been using it, but it needed actually like some innovation to it, okay? Because currently with development, there are a lot of new software development programs that people are using that are more efficient, more powerful, and faster to actually code in, okay? And then I will do a live demo of a few of the use cases that we've used the tool to develop, so you would see, and how to get started. The vision. So the vision is unlocking business transformation. Okay, you will ask yourself like, why do I need to know about Priority SDK? Why do I have to think about developing it? I think having a software that actually allow you to grow with it, it's an important decision and for you to take as a business, because what you don't want to do is outgrow your software. Yeah, I always hate that word when people say, in our words, you don't outgrow the software. So as you grow, we actually get the software to follow you as well. By empowering organization to streamline operation, adapt effortless, so that's why the enhancement in the tool, and excel in a rapidly evolving digital landscape, okay? We can see MTD, we can see a lot of things that, even if you decide to still keep your business as it is, there are things around that will evolve. There are new regulations and rules that mean that the system needs to move in your industry. The mission of this project, first thing was to enhance efficiency in the way we develop, okay, which I will show details of that. The next one was empowering developers, okay? So mainly at the moment, you needed to be a Priority developer to actually use the SDK. Reason for that, it was actually within the software rather than outside of the software. So many people, the first thing is you need to familiarize yourself with the UI, you need to code using Notepad, and you needed to be a Priority expert before you can code in Priority. But now, you can actually, with the enhancement that we're bringing, you can pick any web developers or someone that is just a little bit intelligent in manipulating and coding software, and they can use the tool and deliver. By the way, Priority Software Development Kit is a 4GL language, so it's not like a complex programming language. It's human readable, okay? The next one is enable innovation. Today, we spoke about innovation a lot. Product that we're developing, the portal generator, using AI, all this is not going to be possible if Priority Software Development Kit doesn't improve. So it's to promote innovation, is to allow us to actually deliver more services, more functionality, and serve you better. Drive business success. I think, of course, if like we are enabling innovation, then, which will lead to driving business success. The fifth one is support growth. I think I've mentioned that again, a bit of a repetition, but we want to support you in your growth, Okay, so as your business grows, we want to follow you. We want to follow with you. So some of you probably will start with a normal warehouse management system with just beans. And as you progress and get bigger warehouses, we want to be able to provide you with systems like Eyal showed, like the WMS, okay? Be able to like have maps and AI and all those nice features that we've shown today. I'm not going to go over them again, but that's actually what we want to give you. And at some point, every business, I'm sure we're all looking for growth, we need, we need the software to follow them in that mission. Final one, agility. Okay, for me, the words, okay, I said before, like one priority. After one priority, I'm thinking of like, the event was all about agility, okay? It's not a bad thing. Being agile is not a bad thing. Things change. We had COVID where businesses reinvented themselves and started making different products. So having like a system like Priority, that is quite an agile system, is good. So if you want to use basic functionality, we don't want no complexity, we do have like those kind of implementation as well, where it's like very standard, no development. We don't want agility. We just want to use the software as it is. But we proud ourselves of having like unique customers. I can look around the room. I see different type of businesses, and that's actually what we enjoy most about this. Okay, we not like a specific vertical-driven product. Okay, good. So about the tool, what are the tools that we've created to enable all this? Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is a Microsoft text editor, code editor, you can call it. You can use Notepad to do it, but people use Visual Studio Code because it's intuitive, it's powerful, it's known by the industry, so well known by people, rather than using Priority interface. People are more familiar and comfortable with these kind of tools. I will tell you a little bit more about it as we progress. So 80% of general developers community use Visual Studio Code. So it's not a MetaTech thing, it's not a Priority thing, it's a must-have for like programmers. Powerful and lightweight, so it doesn't like take a lot of resources from your machine, so you can quite use it, install it easily on any machine, and it will just work. Versatile language support. So out of the box, there are like any language that you can think of already have a plugin on Visual Studio Code. So people are already familiar with this tool and using it. What those plugin does, I will tell you when I get into more detail about priority ones. Integrated version control, so we are talking about GitHub now, okay? People have like version management, okay? And priority code, mainly we've been using revisions, okay? Where like whenever we do an installation on your software, we create a revision. So it's just like, let's think about it, if I had the initial document, that was like the main document, and you have like, let's say James, modifying the document. You can still go back to the previous version. So that's what we're talking about. So in code, it's the same. If someone changed your system and you want to revert it, you need to be able to do that effortlessly. Rich extension ecosystem. So there is a lot of nice thing there. I'm not gonna get into more detail about that, but once I start the demo, you will see that there is a lot of things on Visual Studio Code. I don't think I can mention anything apart from the Git management extension that would be too useful to you, but I'm sure like in the room there are a few people that are starting to think about things that they can do with it. Customizable, so tailor your workspace. So now you will notice that in movies, before I get into programming and everything, I used to look at like people with a black screen and then coding and it's green and this and that. That's what we all dream of. And I'm like, okay, I want to do that. That looks quite complicated. It looks quite cool, so why not? So with Visual Studio Code is the same. It highlights syntaxes. So it's a black screen and I think it's just fun to do it, and you can customize it in any way you want, rather than using a boring notepad, And, even when my wife is passing around, she'll look at it and say, like, are you really a programmer? So, because she's expecting something more, complicated, sophisticated. And Visual Studio make it look like that. It's the same code, it's just highlighted. It's colorful and everything. Okay, I will talk a bit about REST API without making it like very, very, I will talk about it and try to make it relatable to you. So you can see the UI where you have a curve connecting to different priority colors or systems and stuff. Everything we've covered today is being developed using the REST API and the SDK. So Priority enabled this for us to create these cool functionalities and modules that each of you have. Being able to call us and say, hi, Metatech, I want an integration with Google Map. I need to talk to Wolfenden about that soon, I'm sure. Wanting an integration with Google Map, we wouldn't be able to enable that if there wasn't an API. It would be very difficult. Yesterday, I spoke to someone, and they say, like, oh, the other system didn't have this, okay? Like a QR code. I'm like, okay, even if Priority have it as standard, but even if they didn't, we can make it happen. And that's what is difficult to find out there, is that can you make it happen fast, cheap, everyone wants it cheap, and reliable. So reliable because we're using Priority functionality. So efficient integration, I'm sure I've said a lot of things about it already. Universal compatibility, so it's REST API are universal. It's not any programmers that goes to school, you will learn about REST API, and REST API are just a way to communicate. So traditionally, you will notice that people were communicating by EDI, where like you drop a file somewhere, there is a program that run overnight or I don't know, whenever, and then read the file and load it. No, we're talking about instant. As you can see demo, people are doing things on the generator and they are showing in Priority there. So it's instant. Time is money, and no one have to wait until the program run overnight to actually deliver the goods to their customers. Scalability, think about having a service where you're storing a lot of file. I don't really think it's scalable, because at some point you have to archive those files, you have to deal with it. I can look around the room, I'm sure like before the API we've done integration like that, and they're not scalable. Real-time data, which I've mentioned, so it's instant, it happened there. And if you use webhook, it's even faster because it triggers itself, rather than you checking for updates. Simplify maintenance, so reduce complexity and easier updates. Secure, of course, we all want security, and security is key. And flexibility, so customizable endpoint and payload. With what AI is doing, you create a new form that, let's say, for instance, a questionnaire form, okay, that didn't exist in Priority, although that exists. I couldn't think of like a good example that doesn't exist, but let's assume that that didn't exist. It's available to you on the API straight away. So it's not just the standard things that Priority create that are available. Anything that you add your own field, or you add a new column for doing something, it is available on the API. The same way as other things added by Priority. So it's not an add-on, it's embedded. It becomes Priority. Live demo time. I will move it there. Here we go. So this is how Visual Studio Code look like. It's a Microsoft product. It's a text editor. Priority plugin is Priority Dev. It's currently a beta version. Now I'm gonna struggle to show you, but I will try. Anyway, this is the extension. So you install the extension, and it will tell you like more about it on how to. That's not gonna work nicely. There we go. I'll go at the top. It will tell you how to install it. It's a better version, so Priority is still improving it at fast pace. You can see that not many people are using it at the moment. We've started using it to deliver products. One of the nice things is you can see that I can have multiple customers. I can edit code for multiple customers on this platform without connecting to their software. So at the moment, our normal way of doing it, we need to connect to your server, then open a form, probably go on the background of the form, and then edit it, okay? That's probably saving our developers, I don't know, we give a random number, probably 15 minutes, depending on your security measure. We have customers that have VPN and this and that. Before you pass all that, probably you spend a good half an hour. So if we charge you for, let's say, an hour for adding a field or something like that, with this, it could be less, much less, okay? Don't quote me on it, but it will be much less. Good, so this is me connected to a customer, okay? And I can see different companies. If I select the test one, for instance, without going nowhere, I can, that's going difficult. There we go. Good. I think I'm just going to hide that. Okay, so these are triggers that are all accessible on their system. It's not giving me what I want. Yeah, okay, I will do it on this one. If you bear with me for a second. I can see my mouse now. There we go. Okay, all right. I won't spend too long on it, so we should be fine. It's just display, here we go. I want duplicate. All right, keep, good, that's much better. Okay, good. So if I go and I will close, no, I won't close that. I'll go to my workspace and here we go. There we go, good. So at the top here, you can see all the forms and columns in Priority, okay? I have another of our customers there, but I'm connected to this one. You can see every form, so you can move to the form. Let's say, for instance, customer form, okay? I can search for the customer form. It takes me to that straight away. And you can see all the fields there. You can see all the triggers that actually run this form, and you can prepare it from here. So for a developer, is instead of like going to Priority to prepare it, which usually take 5 to 10 minutes, we're doing it here, okay? But something else is giving you is WinDBI functionality, okay? I will do a quick WinDBI check. So I think I'll run this one. I just run play, and normally there is a terminal at the bottom that gives me the result, okay, of my query. And that's it. So you can do query here. You can query the database from this screen. You can do code completion, for instance. I will show you that one, and I'll move on to the next one. But let's say, for instance, if I wanted to do, let's say, a cursor, okay? I just put cursor. And let's say I don't know how a cursor is written in Priority. That's not what I wanted. There's many cursors there. This one? Here we go, okay? It gives me the full code. So it's like your ChatGPT. You know, you ask it, ChatGPT, can you please tell me how to write a cursor? It gives you the cursor, then you start manipulating it. Of course, you need to know what is a cursor, but it's that easy. So it just generated the entire code format for me. And if I start typing and I actually made a mistake on a semicolon or anything, where it says problems at the bottom here is going to tell me what is the problem. Okay? I'll move on from this. Don't hate me for it. I'm just trying to tell you what is there. The next one, just give me a second, that I'm going to show is the portal, okay? So if you go there, you will ask yourself, okay, Eyal just showed the portal generator, Fode is showing the portal, is it all about portal? There is a difference, okay? The portal generator is a generator, okay? It generates a portal in a specific way. Of course, it gives you more flexibility because you have access to the entire priority, but it only gives you the UI that exists, okay? That they've pre-populated and is there. So if you want a kind of new layout that doesn't exist as standard, it doesn't have it. So this is one of our customers that went live with production and everything. It was quite a big turnaround because this customer was a manufacturer, but they never used manufacturing. They didn't have work orders. The product that they buy, that's what they process and then ship it. So they didn't have a concept of parent and child part and all this. In 4 months, we managed to get them live with full production and MRP. It wasn't easy, so it's always difficult. But yeah, they are live. And we also replaced their portal with this, okay? We could have probably provided the portal generator, but it wouldn't have gave them the flexibility that they wanted, and probably like the price as well. How many portals do they need? So there is always things to consider which portal to go for, okay? So if I connect, by the way, these are all customizable from Priority. Did someone change my password? All right, cool. Okay, you give it time to load. This is reading data straight away from Priority. The customer is called TaylorMade. When their customer connect on the portal, they see their logo, BH Live. So what they do is like, they do things like that. So you ask them for a shirt, they do embroidery on it and all those kind of stuff. They do badges like this and all those kind of marketing stuff. Okay, so there is a dashboard. We can add more stuff here. For you. You can see shipment and so on and so forth. You can have a look at orders, and then you can download them. These print out are straight from Priority. So it's a light version of the generator, I would say. If you want something more sophisticated, probably the generator will be best. If you want something more tailored, then this will work better. Something we have is the shop. So we have the shop here. You can go and we have a normal filter. This is reading data from Priority. Okay, so you can change it to like, that, and you can click on it. By the way, they're using the fashion module, which we only have few customers using that. You can select different sizes. As you select the size and color, the price should change. You can add it to your basket. So a full experience by using Priority. You can go to the basket, review it. I can increase the quantity, and as I increase, the price increased. And I can go to the checkout. When you go to the checkout, you have like different delivery options for your customers, okay? So some customers have free delivery, some customers have standard, others have premium, others will do collection from your store and so on and so forth. This is all adaptable. So if I connect as a different customer, I would have seen different results. So very, very tailored around like the customer needs. There are mandatory stuff. They can make a note. They can put a purchase order, PO 1112. They can put the home address. If they don't want to put, they can just select a site. So I will select that. And yes, I agree. Did I miss something? Delivery. Here we go. Pardon? Yeah. I did select the delivery. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're right. I think I'm just not reading. I'm trying to finish it quick. Then you do submit, order creation, and that's creating, and you see the order number. Okay? So that's priority order number created in a second using a portal. And then the message that we have there, that's going to be replaced by an integration that we're going to do with WordPay, so customers will be able to pay. and you will be able to use that module as well. So we're going to have a WordPay module for payment and sending invoices with link and stuff and so on and so forth. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there because we are a bit late on schedule. But if you have any question, if you want to discuss anything, feel free to talk to me, to the guys, and they'll be able to support you.